I watched Carrie step forward, and I thought back to images of her holding a crying baby at church, or taking a little toddler by the hand. Carrie was an amazing woman.
Gabriel, reveal the works of her life.
Yes, my lord.
Did you hear about Pastor Allen? He took up with that trashy little worship singer. Everybody knows they spent the night together in some love nest in Cairo. You can't tell anyone. It could ruin a marriage. You know, I'm not here to gossip. But if you're thinking of making that woman head of preschool, there are some things you should know. I'm just sharing these things out of concern. After all, she is part of the church ministry, so she really needs our prayers.
I had no idea. She was the source of all those nasty rumors. Terry warned me about her. Something she felt.
Carrie Knowles, it is time to account for your stewardship.
Yes, my lord. My lord, please. Those statements, they were taken out of context. The children, they were my joy, my greatest concern. I gladly served you.
Carrie, did you not hear my word when I said, not all who sound religious are godly people. They may refer to me as Lord, but their heart is far from me, for they are unwilling to obey my Father.
Unwilling to? Now hold on here.
Gabriel, is the name Carrie Knowles found in the Book of Life?
No.
What?
It is not, my lord.
What? Lord, I've been nothing but a servant, for as long as I can remember.
And you already received your full reward for that service, Carrie.
That's it? That's all the thanks I get?
Carrie, my word is clear about the 7 things I hate. And the 7th, which is an abomination, is sowing discord among brethren. Again, I state in my word that I cannot tolerate those who slander their neighbors.
Didn't I pray? Didn't I ask forgiveness of my sins?
You did.
Yeah.
But Carrie, your heart was far from me. You stated you knew Jesus, but you never came to me with a humble and contrite heart for salvation.
It's not true.
Therefore, my life was never imparted to you.
But I prayed! I did...
You trusted in your works as a substitute for a genuine relationship with me. My word is clear on that, Carrie. You are not justified by works. If you had sincerely given your life to me, your life would have shown a changed nature. You would have loved what I loved, hated what I hated. That is the evidence. It isn't the works, Carrie. It's the heart. You do not know me, Carrie. And I do not know you. My word is clear. You have made your choice. Therefore, you must depart from me and go to your eternal punishment.
Now, you just wait here.
You must go to the place reserved for those who reject me. For many are called, but few are chosen.
Get these off me! I said, get these chains off me! Now! What kind of God are you?
I am.
Menace.
If I preach the word of God, then they say that I'm a menace. Who are you to judge without looking in the spirit? So I'ma go hard, and I'ma point them to the cross. Living water flowing from my heart, so they say I'm a menace. And I will never walk away from you. Boy, they say I'm a menace. No compromising, I'll give them the truth. Look how we spelling it.
What's going on, Eternal Soldiers? So I am taking a walk through the trails like I always do, and I am going to be recording another motivational here. I'm not really sure what I want to title this one, because there's a lot to discuss in this one. But I think what I'll title it is the difference between love and hate. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of things that human beings do that are hateful, and there's a lot of things that Christ and God clearly define as love. And both will be accounted for on Judgment Day. You know, when we stand before Christ and we have to give an account for our life and all the decisions we've ever made and everything we've ever done, one of the things that we'll have to answer for is all the loving things we've ever done and all the hateful things we've ever done. You know, with, you know, the exception of whether we accepted Christ as our Savior or not. So let's start it off with God's definition of what love is, all right? 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 7 says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, and always preserves." Now, if any of the knots in this Bible verse might apply to you, then you might want to really search within yourself and really question whether your relationship with Christ is actually solid. Because if you boast, if you're proud, if you dishonor others, if you give in to anger real easily, if you keep records of wrongs, if you're self-seeking, any of those things, Christ clearly says that you're going to have to give an account for those on Judgment Day. Now, he also gives us the greatest commandment on earth. The greatest commandment in life is this: love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your strength, and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Now, basically, this commandment has two parts. One, he's saying you have to love me in life with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. That's the first greatest commandment. The second is he commands us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Now, does that necessarily mean that we have to accept people for their sins? No, that does not. Obviously, we are to judge a tree by its fruit. But it is clear that if you don't love people the same way Christ loves you, you are going to have to give an account for that on Judgment Day. So obviously that's love right there. That is what God and Christ's definition of love is. Now let's go into hate, I guess. Let's just give a few examples of what hate is. Ephesians 4:31 says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, slander, as well as all types of evil behavior." So it's giving us a few examples here. It's saying bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander. That's basically saying you can't be talking bad about anyone, you know? I have a few Bible verses here. I'm going through to see if there's a few on my screen. Let me see here. Okay, Psalms 109 verse 3, "They encircle me with words of hate and attack me without a cause." I'm pretty sure that God is talking about his haters. You know, of course, Jesus and God have a lot of haters on earth. They don't, you know, they speak a lot of truth and people don't like it. 1 Peter 2, verses 1 through 2 Therefore, rid yourselves of all kind of evil, deception, hypocrisy, jealousy, and every kind of slander. Like newborn babies, thirst for pure milk of the word, that is by you. Oh, wait, hold up, I misread. Like newborn babies, thirst for pure milk of the word, so that by it you may grow in your salvation. Now, what does he mean there? He's basically saying, just like a newborn baby craves milk, you ought to crave his word in life. And through that word, you'll grow in maturity, you'll grow spiritually, and you'll grow even more like him. Now, why am I making this motivational? Well, as you heard in the intro, that was just an example of what we're going to be facing on Judgment Day. We are going to have to give an account. Well, that's just a short example, because let's face it, God's going to have us answer for a lot more than what that lady did in the intro. But we have to give a full account of every decision and every choice we've made on earth. And we need to be very wise about the decisions we make and our relationship with Christ. We got to make sure that it's solid. We got to make sure that we're loving each other properly, you know. And of course, we are supposed to be judging properly too, just like I said in my other motivational. But I guess the ultimate message of this motivational is this. Guys, I really want to encourage you to do everything you can to not just live biblically, but do everything in your power to try to make Christ proud of you, you know? You want to make sure you do everything in your power to serve God as best as you possibly can. Because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody thinks of you, no matter what others might think of you, the only opinion that's going to matter in life is Christ's opinion of you. So make sure that the Savior will look at you as someone who really did love him versus someone who rejected him. You know, you don't want that. So do everything in your power to live life in Christ's love and not in the world's hate. And I guess that sums up the motivational, the difference between love and hate. But yeah, I've just been really thinking about life, my life, and in general, and a lot of the bad decisions I made, and how I'm going to have to answer for that on Judgment Day. And I just thought, you know what, this might be a great motivational, you know, something to share with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys got some inspiration from it. And yeah, make sure you guys love God with all your heart and prepare for Judgment Day. All right, guys? Peace.